it's like really bustling. It's small enough that you can, like, people, I know so many people, and like I feel like still haven't met a lot of them, but I know of them just because of how small it is. But at the same time, it's like it's big enough that there are a lot of work. I think it's really chill. It's really good for people who are starting. That's why I'm kind of staying here. Like I was planning, like I'm going to go to LA or Atlanta, but I'm just like, I am happy here. My job right now is I freelance. So I do video editing. And I also do first AD, which I feel like when I first got into this, I was thinking like, oh, if I were to do directing, then I want to be able to like shadow director a little bit. And first assistant director was the way to go. When I came into first assistant, it's like completely different because it's not a creative job. You learn a lot of kind of producing skills. So it's like, if you want to go to directing, I would suggest like going to camera. I feel like more useful than like my route. That's why I kind of do my own stuff, and I have producer friends who I would go to when I have, when I have project. I'm like, hey, you want to do this together? And that's how I kind of approach my career. Is that like I have a stable freelance income with my editing job, and then I, every month I try to take gigs, and then in between that time that I have a free time, I do my own work. I went to Japan in my last year of college, and I was like, okay, when I come back, I'm going to be graduated. So I needed a job, and I was just looking through like everywhere. Facebook posts, I was on LinkedIn, Indeed, like Craigslist. I applied to so many places. I got back and I was like, you want to come in for an interview? So I went, and I took coding classes, and it was because of that sticker, because I had a sticker of my face on my portfolio. I feel like that's what got me the job. I don't know. Yeah, it's been a long process. I actually I thought of Undercard when I was in Japan, based around my own personal experience, and I feel like it's something that we've really never seen before. So I came back and I went to a good friend of mine who helped me write the script, and then we started that in 2019, and then we started like going with crowdfunding, training our actors because it's Muay Thai, and I want to make sure that she or Anchitta who play Yanisa knows Muay Thai, so we we sent her to like training and stuff. So it's just been sitting on the back burner for like that whole year, and then until the middle of 2021, I applied to a RAC grant, and we were just planning to crowdfund. We got the grant, so we were like, oh, well, I guess now we have to do it because we got it end of spring of 2022, and then send them off festival circus. I feel like it's because it's such a BIPOC centered story. You're either a woman or you're a person of color who would get this story, who work in this film. They would know what it feels like to be in Yanisa's shoes. So they all are like passionate about it. They all really excited about the film, and that's because of representation. When you get to work on projects that you feel like, oh, this is relatable to me, and is rare, and that's just like you can bring so much passion, and I feel like people were just more excited to come to work, or like more excited for the project, and it's just kind of played out that way. I do enjoy working with people who look like me, because I feel like we have a lot in common, and we understand the process, and that's kind of how it played out. I feel like we don't have a lot of opportunity. Whenever I have a chance to be able to bring these people together, is like an honor for me. And that's why I like to be able to pay them, because sometimes it's hard to get a paid gig. That's why it's really important for me when I have an opportunity to pay these people who normally don't get a chance to work on a paid production. Yeah. So if you apply for grants, you don't get it, right? And you really need money to make your project. Then crowdfunding is one of the way that you can do it. And it's just like kind of like GoFundMe, but for artists. Normally, it's just your friends and family that would support you. And it's or people in the industry, people who know you, people who are working in your project, and they would want to support because they want to see you succeed. And it's rare that you get someone that you don't know and be like, "Oh, Ashley, like, you're cool." For Undercard, I really had to grind, had to, like, beg my friends and family. I'm like, "I just need this, like, it's so important to me, and then I just want people to get paid." It's my biggest project, and there was so many people working on it. I had a better chance of having, like, their friends and family too to support them, like a family friends affair there. I guess I'm just good at managing my time. But what I want to do is, be creating my own stuff. Every month, I would try to like reach out to people that were like, "Oh yeah, I'm a freelance AD," and that was what I did in early 2021. And they were like, "Okay, let's try you out," or something like that. So I would go, and then you just slowly start meeting people, and then eventually the people would just start recommending you, reaching out. So, and that's kind of how I have a lot of stuff. Now I have people email me and be like, "Oh, you want to come 80 on this one?" So it's a nice, it's a nice change of pace, right? Because when I graduate, I'm like, "Oh, I need to send out 1,000 emails and people need to know my name." Like, and that's why, again, networking is really important because in this industry, it's so small that each gig you will get depends on like who you know and if they like you or not. Yeah, that's why I try to take one gig a month. I'm really happy where I'm at in my career and I'm start building momentum and I still have time to work on my own stuff. Yeah, go for it. Like in school, you should take as much job as you can just to learn and experience like what people do in the industry and how they do it because it's really different in the classroom. And it's also like important that you branch out from just student work because when student work together, it's cool. You learn off each other, but then you don't have like mentor. I feel like you should take unpaid gig if you feel like it would allow you to learn certain things and grow in your career. And if you can, then you should do it. But definitely like after college, you should not be taking unpaid gig as long as you already put in your work in college. If you already learn what you need to do, like you have skills, you have knowledge, and you can be professional about it, then you deserve to get paid. Like I put in the work in my college, because I did a lot of unpaid stuff. I got a paid job before I graduated. As long as you have that connection you already made, you're gonna be fine.